Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sia Bryant, and the channel is Sia B, and I say the B stands for beauty, budget, business. Actually, let me tell you a secret. I just talk about what I want to on this channel. I am a 50-something person who's trying to figure things out. And so what I like to do is I like to help other people along the way. When I find something out, I like to share it and give it to you. Okay, so today's topic is if I started on Notarize today, 2025, because you might as well say it's 2025, I would do this. So I have 5 tips of what I would do if I were on Notarize for the first time today. So first of all, let me kind of give you my social proof, my authority. I have been on the platform for about 6 years or about 5 or 6 years, almost 6 years. And I have done over 15,000 stamps and I have done over 9,000 transactions. So there you go. I've done quite a few transactions on the platform. And I know for those who are just starting, it's kind of a mystery of sorts sometimes. But here's what I want to let you know. If I were just starting in 2025, here's what I would do. 5 tips. First of all, I would stay and get and stay updated on my state laws. Now, that's not something that's specifically for Notarize, but if you are going to be in the notarization streets, period, that's one thing you need to know. You need to know your state laws because if you are in the notary world, you know that almost everything is state specific, rules, regulations, laws, state specific. So that's the first piece of advice. I would stay on top of state requirements. So I would say that, for instance, I know 2 people I've run into in the last 10 days who didn't know that the price that they can charge had increased in their state, one in my state and one in another state, because they just had not stayed on top of what's going on. So please make sure you're staying on top of what's happening with your state's notarial laws, rules, and regulations. So that is the first thing. Second thing, if I were starting on Notarize in 2025, the second thing I would make sure I would do is invest in reliable technology. Okay, so things are just going to grow in terms of the need and the demand for online notarizations. So I would say it's time. If you're using a Chromebook from 2010 and you're like, I don't know why this Windows 99 is just not booting up the way it used to. That's why, right? Don't do that. I have had some very good luck. Luckily my son builds computers, so yay. I'm now using the setup that he gifted me before he went away. So I have that. Make sure your internet speed is good. I would recommend the highest speed because even with that, sometimes you have internet trouble and you don't want to be the reason why their transactions not going very well. So think of your client in that way. So a good webcam. So in many instances, the webcam that comes with the computer, maybe not so great. So you'll need a standalone webcam. So think about that. Um, just kind of think about it this way. You're a business owner. You're not just someone who's kind of doing this haphazardly. And all of the tools that you do are your um, assets. Let's put it that way. Okay. So the next thing I would do if I were starting on Notarize in 2025, I would understand how to handle technical glitches. Now, this is important. Why? Because when it comes to going on Notarize, we would love to say everything is going to go absolutely perfectly. There are going to be no problems, no technical glitches. However, okay, that's not the truth. It's not the case. Something you need to be familiar with is, even if you're not a computer wizard, is how to walk someone through how to make sure their camera and sound settings are on or turned on, right? So asking them to go to the little toolbar, and for some people, and especially I have clients, if they're a little bit more mature, if I say, if you go to the space that says www dot da, 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 oh, okay. So look to the left of that. Do you see some buttons? You have to make sure you're able to walk someone through turning their webcam on, allowing permissions, things like that. And that's not something that you do in everyday life, but just be prepared that sometimes you have to kind of walk people through being able to get their technology going, and you have to be okay with that. Now, don't get scared. You don't have to be a technical guru in order to do this, and that also will come with practice, but just kind of know how the basics on kind of how to allow permissions in a website, things like that. So that's the third thing I would do if I were starting Notarize in 2025, or really any RON platform in 2025. So that's one thing. The fourth, okay, cut. The fourth thing that I would do, I'm not starting this video over. The fourth thing I would do is I would take time to get to know that platform, whatever platform. Right now, I'm talking about Notarize/Proof. Okay. I would take some time to kind of familiarize myself with some the quirks and be able to know how to navigate it. So there are lots of tutorials online. I've got 171 videos on my channel that might help. Some of them may help you with this as well. So don't be afraid to practice and to reach out to people who have been there and done that, like me. Okay, so I would say the fourth thing that I would do is try to familiarize myself with the platform I'm using. In this case, I'm talking specifically about Notarize/Proof. Okay. And the fifth thing, if I were joining Notarize, Proof, any other RON platform in 2025, here's what I would do to make things easier. I would make sure that I am joining notary networks or online communities. Notary networks or online communities. So, because I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm over 50, so I'm on Facebook. That's how we roll. There are lots and lots of Facebook groups that will give you some community, they'll give you information, they'll give you insight of what's going on. Now, I've got to caution you. You've got to kind of use your discernment on what to take in, what to keep, what to kind of leave in those community streets. But I would say it is a great thing to do. It's to kind of get to know other people who are notaries. In fact, I'll give a short story in that there's a notary who was in my area who needed a witness. And so she put in a Facebook group, hey, anybody can do a witness in blah, blah, blah area. I said, sure, I can. So I said yes. And it was a great partnership. We've partnered 2 additional times after that. And it's been a good because if I need a witness, I give her a call. She needs a witness, she calls me. So it's a really good thing to do. So that's the fifth thing I would do if I were starting on proof slash notarize in 2025. So some of you are already on proof. Some of you are already on notarize. What did I forget? What did I leave out? What is the key piece of advice that you would give someone if you were starting new and fresh on the platform? Leave it below. Also, if you like this video, if you found it valuable, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned before, I talk about a number of things. I talk about being a notary. I'm going to start to talk about my road to retirement. Yes, that's going to be me. We're going to see if I can get some of this notarization money to help fund my retirement. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a number of different things. So if you're interested in kind of making life work after 50, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So that's it for today. Until next time, everybody. That's it. Bye-bye.